Granted?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. I call the member for Balmain.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise today to support the motion put forward by the member for Wallsend. We Greens support the proposal and obviously acknowledge the recognition that is now been given to community sector workers in regards to their pay. And the point that I wanted to make here, Mr Deputy Speaker, was not to go over the important issue that's been raised in terms of the facts, but in terms of the fact that sympathy is not enough. If it wasn't for the Australian Services Union and the efforts of organised labour, the activists, the organisers, the officials of the union, we would not be in this situation now. And that's something that should not be lost in this discussion. The Pay Up campaign run by the ASU, with the support of the sector, was incredibly successful. I note that the ACTU awarded that campaign 4 awards recently, and the efforts of the State Secretary, Sally McManus, and others has been absolutely outstanding, despite the fact that that union has been criticised in this House for the work that they've done around the case. So it's pretty clear that the disability and community services organisations are struggling. Organisations like Neighbourhood Roseland Neighbourhood Centre in my electorate, with fantastic staff who are working, in some cases, up to a 30% wage gap between the community and government sectors, that they need our support. But it was through their efforts, through their rallies, through their protests, through their marches, that led to this outcome. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, we express sympathy, we know that they're hardworking, don't get paid, but nothing happens. And sympathy doesn't pay the bills, but organising and struggle and campaigning does get results. And this is what the ASU has demonstrated in this case, and their members. So I'm not here to have a political debate about whether the government should pay. Of course they should. Of course there should be a very quick resolution to this issue, and there should be an investment. But it tells the story about how organising delivers results. And that sector was traditionally very poorly organised, 87% female, and it was those organisers who went out there every day, went to all the different community organisations, who recruited those members, who built the critical mass to do the research, to do the legal, to get the legal representation, to raise the funds to go to Fair Work Australia. All of these things delivered that result, and I want to pay tribute to them today. Every single one of those rank and file members, those people involved in the union, and in fact all of those people who supported that community campaign, which saw the fantastic result delivered in Fair Work Australia. Half of the step has been taken. Now the next steps need to be taken in terms of funding this. Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.
Question is...